What up, y'all, man? It's your boy DoItall, Duke Kelly, man, from the legendary hip-hop group Lords of the Underground, man. LG's up all day, Lord Gang, you know how it go, man. Real deal radio, man. It ain't the real deal if it ain't this radio, man. Real deal. I'll let your boy Jersey.
At one point, we were living in Irvington, New Jersey.
Okay.
And my uncle was coming home from the army, and he bought this record with him, man, called Rapper's Delight.
All right.
You know, he took the spare room in the house, so I was real young. I had to be like maybe 7 or 8. And he came in the house, man, and he used to close his door, and I used to hear this record coming out of him. I used to hear it constantly coming out of his room, and always smell the marijuana smoke coming out of his room. So when he would leave, I would sneak in there, and I would play the record. You know what I mean? So I learned the whole record, and then I started getting more into it, the culture of knowing that this record was really the pop record of hip hop, but that it was a whole nother underground culture to it. So I started getting into the elements of it, the break dancing, the graffiti, the DJing, and I started learning the whole underworld and sneaking to New York trying to sneak up in the Roxy, meeting people, and that's what made me want to become an MC, because I was not a good b-boy dancer. I was not a great DJ. You know, my graffiti, I got a sloppy handwriting, so my graffiti was horrible. You know what I mean? So the only thing that I knew that caught people's attention was me lighting people's ass up in the hallway, rhyming, putting words together and stuff like that, man. Like people don't realize MC, you know, you move the crowd. You know, you're back in the day, it used to be the DJ who was really the MC as well. Yeah. They were the front men. But then when the DJ let the MC shine, I was always that dude who could get the party hot, get it popping. However, you know what I mean? I just had the energy, man. So that's what made me become an MC, man.
Gotcha. How did the Lords of the Underground form?
Lords of the Underground, we formed in Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
You hear that, lady?
In Raleigh, North Carolina, Shaw University. Big up to Shaw Zoo, man. It was probably like the best. It probably saved my life. You know what I mean? Because I'm from Newark, New Jersey. I'm from one of the craziest hoods. Me and Redman from the same hood. Yeah. I'm from 19th. He from 20th Street. So when we went to school, it was kind of a ghetto, because I had just got locked up before then. So my mom was like, yo, you need to do something or you're getting out of my house. And it really just saved my life. So when I went down there, I met this dude named, it was called him Jazzy A. He was killing the parties out there and all that type of stuff. And that was DJ Lord Jazz. He was from Cleveland, Ohio. And he used to DJ all the parties, and I used to be like, yo, let me get the mic and spit. And he would give me the mic, I would spit and do my MC thing again, and everybody would just bug out, and I had a party under my control. And there was another dude there named Derek L.A. Jackson, who was Scott Storch's manager. Became our manager. He was Molly Mall's cousin.
Okay.
So Derek used to always talk about it. So I never believed him. He was like, yo, he told Jazz, yo, put a group together and I can get it to Molly, because I'm about to graduate and I'm gonna work for Molly.
Alright.
So I didn't believe him. And you know, fast forward, Jazz put Lords of the Underground together. DJ Lord Jazz. You know, he got another dude named Funky Man, who was also from Brick City, Newark, New Jersey. I knew his brother, but I never knew him as an MC.
Gotcha.
And the rest is history, man. Put us together, man. Molly loved it, and we became Lords of the Underground.
Definitely history right there. Will we ever get another Lords album? I'm glad this question was in the beginning.
Oh man, let me tell you this. Let me give y'all an exclusive right here, man, on Real Deal Radio. January 12th, 2 days before my birthday, is Lords of the Underground's anniversary. We are working on our 20th anniversary album right now, which will be a double disc CD. It will be the greatest hits along with 15 new joints. We just did 13 joints with Ninth Wonder.
Nice.
So, you know, all 13 won't make it, but it'll be a lot for a mixtape and some exclusives out there. We did 3 with Marley.
Alright.
We in the studio about to go in with Primo, Pete Rock. So the producers are Rockwalla, Primo, Pete Rock, Marley Marl, and Ninth Wonder. And Swiss Beats just saw him in France. He trying to holler. He said he got to get one on there.
Yeah.
So, you know, so this should be a classic album, man. And it might be the last studio album from Lords of the Underground, just because we got other ventures that we're doing and stuff like that. Unless it's warranted. It's not like we're bringing up anything.
Got you.
But I mean, 20 years, man. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing. And I'm still in great shape.
That's good. That's good. What is your take on the industry since being a part of it for the last 20 years?
It's like anything, man. It has its ups and downs. It grows. You gotta understand, when we came in, I think we were 17, you know, 17 to 20. So in the last 20 years, man, it's like, you gotta understand, hip hop was maybe 20 years old, if that.
Yeah.
When we came into the game, not even that, maybe. You know, maybe 15, 18 years old or something like
That's
that.
when it hits.
Yeah, it's like,
It's
it's just like when you 18. You feel like you 18 to 21, you feel like you're having your most fun ever.
Yeah.
25, you feel like nobody can tell you nothing because you grown as hell.
Yeah.
30, you like,
I just turned 25.
yeah, exactly. So you probably feeling like, look, I'm doing it, nobody, hey. You know what I mean? 30, you like, oh, let me get my shit in order.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, now hip hop is 40 years old, over 40.
Yeah.
So now, if you look at it as a human being, as a person, how does a 17-year-old act with certain responsibilities?
Gotcha.
How does a 25-year-old act with certain responsibilities?
Gotcha.
And how does a grown-ass man or grown-ass woman, a 40-year-old or over 40 person act to certain responsibilities?
Word.
So that is hip-hop. Now, because it's getting older, you have, people used to always classify the genre of hip-hop as youthful music, young music. That's because it was always young.
Got you.
But now it's starting to become an adult. So does that mean that a 40-year-old still can't live the hip-hop culture? That's like telling Mick Jagger he can't rock and roll anymore.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So it's just that it's getting older. The way that a 17-year-old acts is different from a 30-year-old. A 30-year-old, he might still want to hip-hop, but he has nothing that, or he or she has nothing that they can relate to. A 30, 40-year-old, they're not stinky lady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A 17-year-old, 15-year-old, he's stinky lady.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can't diss those cats anymore. I used to be mad and upset because of where I came from in hip-hop.
Gotcha.
But I can't be anymore because a 17-year-old does different things than a 30-year-old.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? A 30-year-old might have a wife, a child, you know, a 9 to 5. He or she has different responsibilities. So that's what I do with my album, American Dude. I'm still a hip-hop, but I'm just grown as hell now.
Yeah.
So if you're an adult, and it doesn't have an age limit, but if you have adult responsibilities, then you can mess with my type of hip-hop, which I call adult contemporary hip-hop, because it's for the adult with adult responsibilities who still want a hip-hop.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Word. I feel that 100%.
When I aim, I can hit the mark. Loud, loud, make it spark. I don't really wanna talk. Pete Rock, let's the dude. I'm about to take your fool. Lest you surrender, I don't wanna have to capture you. Come out, hands up. This is like a gym pump. Bang, speaker rattles trunk. Sound like a handgun. Fired all random. Breath from the bottom lung.